Sweet honey's all that I can see. Blame nature, why don't you? I make no apology, I'm in love with a meme. About as real as a dollar, and it makes me wanna scream. I wanna be a millionaire, I'm not weak or lazy. I'm like electricity, I'm the path of least resistance. Always lies the way for me, I'm in love with a meme. About as real as a dollar, and it makes me wanna scream. I wanna be a millionaire. Go touch, 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 touch. Go dash, touch, touch, daddy, yeah. Go dash, touch, touch, touch. Go dash, touch, touch, daddy, yeah. Dancing Teslas and SpaceX, his technique is on a roll. There is no shame in his game. He's having fun, he's in control. I'm in love with a meme. About as real as a dollar, and it makes me wanna scream. I wanna be a millionaire. Go dash, touch, touch, touch. Go dash, touch, touch, daddy, yeah. Go dash, touch, touch, touch. Go dash, touch, touch, daddy, yeah. I see stars when I hear touch. Forget the moon, I'm off to my flashy splashes confetti. So dollar bills can kiss my go dash, touch, touch, touch. Go dash, touch, touch, daddy, yeah. Go dash, touch, touch, touch. Go dash, touch, touch, daddy, yeah. Go dash, touch, touch, touch. Go dash, touch, touch, daddy, yeah. Go dash, touch, touch, touch. Go dash, touch, touch, daddy, yeah. Go dash, touch, touch, touch.
Welcome, blue balls. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know. We gotta know what's happening with Bitcoin, altcoins, DXY, who is right, who is wrong, bragging rights. We gotta talk about that. How's everybody doing in the chat, guys? How's everybody doing in the chat? What's up? What's happening? Good morning. Linda is in the chat. Good morning, Linda. How you doing? If I play at 1.25 speed, will stream start sooner? I don't know. We are still on the summertime, guys. We are still on the summertime, so it's a little bit skewed the stream. Punjabi song, good. Tired likes, good morning. What's up? Dobro jutro. Mladen is in the chat. What's up? Mladen. Drunken is in the chat. Rostein, what's up? Good morning. Anne Marie, morning. Pre-juice is the bottom in. I mean, why do you even have to ask? We've been saying that for the 4 months right now, so I mean, we have been a little bit, what are you gonna call it? A little bit doubt, but Joe numbers in 3 hours will pump a little, but it will sell off. Don't think so. What's up, the central bank? That look, I was right for asking about Elon a few weeks ago. Yeah, you're right, man. Good call. But Elon, pumped with Dogecoin, so I hope you had some Elon on that one. Gord says that song is so stupid and techno version is even worse. You know what? You gotta leave the chat. You gotta leave. I haven't kicked anybody out of the chat, but I take it very personally if you don't like the song. I mean, that's the best song, best pump song on the crypto YouTube. And you're not liking it, leave the chat, man. Leave the chat. I'm just kidding. I pay you to stop playing it. 1 million. You still think you haven't paid me 1 million because you were wrong. So there's that. Love the song is great. Pay, Gord, pay. Yeah, Gord, you still owe me 1 million. But right now it's 2 million because you don't like the song. The Chris, good morning, how you doing? I'm right, Gord is wrong. Exactly, Rostein. Ben, good morning, how you doing, man? VTube, Ben, good morning, man. There we go. So, guys, everything looks beautiful. Everything looks nice. But before we start looking at what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and DXY, first thing first, bragging rights. And yesterday, Mladen said 19.7 incoming. I said 20.7 incoming. We placed a bet. 50% voted Mladen, 50% voted TLA. And I think we can conclude right now who is right? I think we can conclude 20,685. I mean, that's 15 bucks, 14 bucks, 14.1 bucks short of the target, but it's in the range. It's in the range, so we can conclude who is right. So everybody that voted for me, congratulations, you are the real winners. And it doesn't want to pop the results. I don't know why it's not popping the results. Forward, delete. I don't know what this is. Cancel. There we go. Everybody, Marco, Rafael, Ways of Jedi, Garrett, Jewel, Bean Chicken, Mladen, the Chris, everybody who voted for me. You know, congratulations, you won big time. There is that. So, now that, you know, I got a bragging rights, I can keep bragging rights for next 2 years, I guess. Right, Mladen? Score, where's my prize? There we go, there we go. So we are doing very nicely up here on the Bitcoin chart, and this expanding a musical instrument towards the downside did play up towards the upside. We had some kind of double bottom down here with you know, there was also airside divergence up here. We are still in the channel up here, and yesterday, 2 days ago, you know, I wrote on Twitter, you know, hold your horses, we are not out yet. When we, you know, came up here towards the upside, we are not out of yet of the channel, and we are still not out of yet of the channel. So, you know, hold your horses a little bit while longer, because this move, although it is nice move, still inside the channel, guys. Unfortunately, still inside the channel, but we are hoping for something like this, and then, you know, towards the upside. So it does look good. So it does already look good. On the 4 hour time frame, you'll see here that we are right now above all moving averages, which is very, very good. Very bullish for us right now. So, you know, the only thing we have to do right now is the hold above the moving averages, consolidate, and then pump, right? So that's the game plan right now. That's what we are looking for. So I'm already seeing, I actually already saw yesterday that altcoins were performing okay. There are definitely some altcoins that are pumping like crazy, like Matic. So my wife is gonna probably hate me for this, but you know, Matic is pumping, guys. And you know, Matic is her, you know, secondary boyfriend or something like that. So yeah, Matic is pumping big time. There has been other coins that have been pumping. I think Phantom pumped yesterday like 20% or something like that. Over here it pumped 26%, then pulled back a little bit and continue pumping. But you remember what we said yesterday, like all of these coins will do these, you know, big huge pumps eventually, right? They will do these big huge pumps, and it's not just Phantom or Matic or BNB or whatever, right? All coins will do this huge pump, because when you're at bottom, you know, there will be big pumps on everything, like, you know, 40, 50, 60, 70% on everything, right? And this is not very special for any kind of coin. Now, the lesson you can learn from this is that don't chase pumps. You know, you can chase pumps, but, you know, it's better to buy, you know, when nobody wants anything to do with any coin, when there is no volatility, and expect a pump, because the pump is going to be great and you bought to bottom. Then, you know, chase the pump, because you're probably going to buy some kind of top, you know, and you know, you might actually play out well, but, you know, there is that. So let's look a little bit more at Bitcoin. What Bitcoin is doing up here in the over here. This on the daily time frame. So let's move the moving average. Now, like we just saw, we got some kind of channel up here, but we need to get, you know, break everything. That means above 20.8 up here. And once we are above 20.8, there is literally nothing less, you know, above us that can actually stop us, you know, from pumping. So if you can get above 20.8, I think this actually looks very good. So it all depends, you know, a little bit about how this, you know, today is gonna play out. If you look here on the 4 hourly time frame up here, yes, we pumped nicely up here. Can we go back down again? Definitely can go back down again and fail, you know, because if you fail to get out of the channel up here towards the upside, then we might fail and go back down again. If that happens, I would assume this is gonna go even lower than that. So after this move towards the upside, and you remember, guys, oftentimes there will come, you know, come a move. So when we are down here, there was no problem. Even if you dumped on the downside, there is no problem, right? Because this is a normal move towards the downside. You fail up here, you dump down, you know, you're still in some kind of expanding range, everything looks nice. Now the problem becomes when you break that towards the upside, and then you try to break, you know, further towards the upside, and you fail, and that is the big problem. That's the big problem. So if we do fail getting out of the channel over here towards the upside, above 20.7, 20.8, give or take, if we do fail to get out of the channel and we dump down back to these previous lows over here, I would consider that a very bearish move, and I would consider that that this is gonna fall even further towards downside. Then we can actually hit, you know, Mladen's you know, target 19.7 or something like that, even lower than that. You know, on the bigger time frames, that even this move towards downside, you know, over here isn't that bad, you know, in the long run, stuff like that, right? But, you know, for this move, it could be bad, right? It could be bad if we go back down to the same levels down here at 20k. So right now, I do not want to go back down to 20k again. Because if you do go down back down to 20k again, then you know something is not right. Something is not right, because we broke out. It's something nice, you know. The expanding musical instrument broke to upside, consolidating at the resistance. We need to break this towards upside right now to continue the trend. So I do not want to, you know, this to happen towards the downside. Let's see what's happening on DXY. Yesterday I posted in the chat just before I went to sleep, because it was nice. It was nice. Where is it? Over here? Yeah. So we got this expanding, this dollar index, and you see up here extend, smack, hug, and dump pattern. Extend, smack, hug, dump pattern on top of expanding musical instrument up here. As you can see here, this actually played out very well. So this pattern up here is very common pattern. It does happen quite often. It's very, very bearish pattern, and it's very easily, you know, traded, because this thing over here, the secondary, you know, version of this pattern is where it does another pump up here and then dump on downside. But when you see something like it extends, smack, big smack on downside, then, you know, goes, you know, this thing over here, this is often, you know, indication that it's gonna, you know, pull back. So we are still in some kind of expanding musical instrument on the XY, and this, you know, the expanding musical instruments do towards the upside do tend to, you know, fail towards downside, just like Bitcoin right now. When it had a musical instrument towards downside, it broke towards the upside because more probability. DXY looks like it's gonna hit some kind of top over here and then break on downside. So this channel over here, I don't think it's gonna break this channel over here right now. It looks like it's coming to some kind of top over here, which is very, very nice for us right now. We are still in the bigger expanding. I moved my lines a little bit. Oh man, why did I move the lines? Oh yeah, that's because Mladen was showing me something on a different stuff. There we go. There is the lines. So we still have. Let me just remove the moving averages up here. So we still have this musical expanding instrument towards the upside over here, which should break on the downside as well. So we got a musical instrument towards the upside. We got a channel up here right now that we are coming now. This channel towards the downside is more probable, you know, has a probability to break towards the upside. So we are still looking at that. This expanding musical instrument up here might actually break down here and then break up here towards the upside. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but you know, in the short term, at least in the short term, this looks like this channel is not gonna be able to break towards the upside up here. Not right now. I mean, this hit, you know, 2 times up here, 1 time up here, it went down here. Right now going into this expanding channel up here at the top. So I'm guessing this is gonna break down again and then go down here again. So maybe it's creating some kind of a triangle up here. And it's gonna be really interesting. Now this triangle it's being created on the chart over here, it goes all the way until December. So you know how long this is gonna take, because this line is very important and this channel is very important. So you know, you break the channel towards the upside, you might see some kind of, you know, 120 levels towards the upside. You break it on the downside, it looks nice. It looks very nice. It looks very bullish for us. So you know, there is that. But right now we are just interested in what's happening short term. And short term, this does look like it's coming to some kind of end up here towards the top. And I would assume that this, you know, rather sooner than later break towards the downside. And you know, we're gonna have a nice rally on Bitcoin. Bitcoin also looks very strong, but it still needs to break certain levels towards the upside. So everything is like, we come to the resistance, but we need to break it, right? We come to resistance. So I do actually really like this move towards upside up here, because it is very nice. You know, when you have some kind of 2% move, you know, down here, some kind of you know, you go down here and then you have 2% move, it's not very bullish. But you know, this move up here towards the upside, breaking the you know, trend over here, going up to the resistance, it is kind of bullish. It is kind of bullish, but you know, we still gotta, you know, a little bit to go to actually to break that towards the upside, to actually be super bullish and, you know, start playing Dodge Daddy, you know, 24/7. So there is that. There is that. Ethereum, I haven't been following Ethereum for a long time, but it does kind of the same thing that Bitcoin is doing. It does this, you know, it did this move towards the upside up here, and right now it's, you know, consolidating up here. There's 200 moving average on the daily time frame. Will it break this towards the upside and explode? A little bit unsure, you know, how this is actually gonna play out. Haven't actually analyzed that much Ethereum. When it comes to, yeah, somebody said that something happened. Yeah, Matic is up like 17% up here. It's pumping like crazy. But you can see here after the bottom, the Matic never came down here. Matic never came down in the box. It is just stupidly bullish, right? Cardano is not that stupidly bullish though. Cardano is not that stupidly bullish, but I have hope that Cardano will become stupidly bullish eventually. You can see up here, you know, you came to the bottom. Where is the bottom up here? June, July, and then it kind of bled towards the downside, right? It bled towards the downside, but it didn't, you know, do this over here. You know, it didn't do that, but it didn't do this over here either, you know. So you cannot say it's bullish, but you cannot say it's, you know, totally bearish either, you know. It just kind of came here and you had this bleeding towards downside. So I'm expecting actually Cardano to actually have a huge pump towards upside once it starts breaking these some of these levels up here. There is some kind of line over here. Where is it? Something like this up here. Let's draw the line something like this, because you know it's maybe, you know, this line over here got broken, right? Really big time. Doesn't matter. I don't want to draw the line right now, but very soon, if Bitcoin starts continuing towards upside, Cardano is gonna do very well. There has been another hack from what I hear on Gala. Somebody said Gala had a hack. I don't know what's happening here, but you know, it did dump 30% towards downside over here. 32% towards downside, so you know, it cannot be it couldn't be a big hack. But I think I read somewhere in the chat up here that, you know, Gala had some kind of hack or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see that. I think I saw it today. Yeah, Gala Games, 1 billion hack scare, thanks Gala price. A single blockchain raised mint over 1 billion worth of Gala tokens in Gala Games. The next line, yeah. So I don't know what's happening up here. It might be a hack or not hack. Somebody knows in the chat. You're welcome to, you know, speak your mind. But I don't know what was. I was posting that morning in the group. Yeah, the quiz. So there is that. Do you know if that was actually a hack or what actually happened up there? I don't actually know. But it did not drop like 90% like Rubik did on a hack. Rubik dropped like 90% down. So Rubik up here, you can see down here, it got hacked and dropped 89% down. So, you know, it is, you know, recovering a little bit up here. You know, maybe it's gonna go eventually towards upside, but you know, it's good that it's not like, you know, 90% drop. No, not precisely just the news. Okay. So there is that. But guys, you gotta remember, when hack happens on your coin, when any kind of hack happens, you gotta ask yourself, is this the end of the coin? Because it could be crucial, you know, hack, but you gotta know that in crypto space, we work with computers, programming languages, and we work with the humans, and humans are very, you know, faulty, you know, beings. So hacks will happen. There is, you know, there is huge incentive for any kind of hacker to, you know, try to, you know, find some kind of flaw in some kind of programming language. And if they can do that, you know, they will abuse that flow, because the rewards are so huge. It's like robbing a bank behind your computer in some third world country, you know, sitting and, you know, just writing some code, and you can get, you know, millions and millions of dollars. So the incentive for hacking these you know, contracts and hacking the chains and wallets and stuff like that, a huge incentive. So hacks will continue happening. There is nothing wrong with the hacks. It's not like, oh, it's hacked, it's over. It's not over. It's hacked. It's gonna get fixed, patched up, you know, rebranded if needed, and it's gonna be sent out again, right? It was not a hack, just FUD. Okay, it was not. But, you know, it did drop down big time. So I would assume if this is just FUD on Gala, where is Gala up here? I would assume if this is just Gala, I would assume if this is just FUD up here, that, you know, the Gala is going to perform very well. But the problem I have with Gala up here is that, you know, down here was the bottom, and then it continued rally towards downside. It didn't do the Matic move, right? Matic hit the bottom, rallied up, consolidating right now, consolidating, going higher, right? That's a very bullish chart, right? But this chart over here, it's not very bullish, but it definitely, you know, Gala, just like everything else, is, you know, it's gonna explode like everything else. Like it's wrong. I'm waiting for 9K. God. Why do you have to be a rune? Yeah, people have been talking about band in the chat yesterday. I noticed that. Let's leave these lines up here. These are my old lines up here. I mean, it's a long time since we looked at the. You can see down here. You know, last time I think we looked at was when we were going towards downside. This has flattened out up here, and right now explode towards upside. Here's another thing, guys. You can actually, you know, use to, you know, make money. Not financial advice, of course. Now that you see these altcoins pumping like 40, 50, 60%, try to look for these kind of altcoins. You will see some kind of move towards downside, and this bottom down will be very, very flat, like something like this. Like if you see flat bottom on the downside, you can bet your sweet buttocks that this thing is gonna explode, right? So, you know, go over the coins. Here's one block. I don't know what this is, but, you know, I'm gonna make a prediction right now that this thing over here is gonna explode something like, you know, at least some 69%, 64% towards upside, because these flat bottoms, like it's flat out, it's not moving, right? So, you know, these kind of things is gonna pump. Not a financial wise, I don't know if Blocktopia or whatever this is called is gonna pump, but, you know, look for this kind of, you know, these kind of coins. Celsius up here, CKB is a little bit flat down here. Yeah, CKB looks very flat, very nice. So instead of chasing, you know, 60% pumps on this coin and that coin and looking on, you know, coin market cap, you know, looking for the next pump, because I did that in, you know, 2000, not this bull run, but previous bull run before that. Not the bull run, but technically in the bear market, every single pump, I was looking at coin market cap to see what pumped to jump on that train, because I could not do TI very well then, and I did not understand how this actually is playing out. So what I did was, you know, looking at coin market cap. But looking at coin market cap, you already are buying the top. You're already buying top. If something pumps, it's already over. So what you want to do is you want to find these very nice, you know, bottomed out coins. Especially these that are very, very flat. I don't know. Yeah, this thing over here, this thing over here already kind of pumped and pulled back. So it might be a good indication up here for a more pump. You know, from the bottom to the top, this already did 30% and pull back right now down here at 13%. So this can definitely pump big time towards upside. So there's that. Yeah, I will look in the chat. By the way, 5.99. Check the group. Thanks for the bucks, man. I don't know how 100x I'm gonna, you know, do that. Yeah, this is the volume candles, no, range candles that Modern has actually been looking at. And it's already breaking on downside. RSI is already breaking on downside. Now this is actually quite interesting. I haven't actually noticed this. This is on the dollar index, the breaking on downside. You remember that you also called the breakout on the Bitcoin towards upside on RSI. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But you also posted an image of the RSI on Bitcoin on the trend that's breaking out. Now, I do not like, you know, posting, you know, looking at the trends when it comes to the RSI, but I do believe that trends are, you know, doesn't matter on what kind of chart it is, whether that's, you know, your chess profile or your, you know, or your medical, you know, bills over time or something like that. Any kind of chart could be drawn lines on, because they kind of show something. I don't know how this actually works, but it's really amazing. You can draw lines on any kind of chart. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if that's, you know, a chart of you know, emotional happiness of people over the last 2000 years, or if it's a chart of something else. I don't know, but any kind of chart you can actually draw the lines on. So yeah, sure, you can draw the lines on RSI. I don't do that much, but you know, Mladen did and retested now, just like BTC before. Yeah, this is the same thing that happened on Bitcoin a little bit before. I cannot show you the chart, but Mladen had a very nice chart on the RSI where he showed a very nice, you know, trend. And trend was just like this, broke it, started to retesting it, and it was the first sign of that Bitcoin is actually, you know, gonna do well. Now this chart over here, this is the 1000 range on the range candles up here, and it looks a little bit different than our normal charts, but this also kind of shows that, you know, we broke down and right now we are having this retest. So this chart over here, this 1000 range chart, is actually following, you know, RSI quite nicely up here. Maybe RSI and range chart should be, you know, used in common. So there is that. It's showing you before actual break trend. Yeah, it's very nice. I think we need to draw more lines and you know, stuff on RSI. Yeah, but what about bullish divergence on weekly DXY? Let's check that out. When people tell me there is bullish divergence and stuff like that on certain stuff, I don't believe them, because most time people do not know how, you know, how to see bullish divergence. Let's see up here. There is no bullish divergence. There is, let's see up here, top up here. No, there is actually bearish divergence. There is actually bearish divergence on the daily time frame up here. So this goes technically, I don't know if you can see it, technically goes a little bit towards downside. This technically goes a little bit towards upside. So technically it's a bearish divergence, but it's on daily. But you said the weekly time frame. Let's check out weekly time frame up here. Maybe you're right, Gord. Maybe you're right. I hope you're not, but maybe right. There is no bullish divergence up here. Now there is this thing up here. there is actually a hidden bullish divergence down here, or it's normal bullish divergence. I don't know. There is actually a bullish divergence up here towards the upside, and it's going up here, you know, bullish engulfing candle up here above the 10 moving average. So it just might, you know, continue breaking towards the upside. Yes, Gort, you are right. It is some kind of a bullish divergence up here, some kind of a bullish divergence. But on the top side up here, there is no divergence. But if we pump up here towards the upside, there just might be bearish divergence up here, right? So right now you might be doing this kind of stuff up here, right, and then, you know, go down. So this can definitely go down to up, back up to 114 or something like that. Let's go see a little bit. Let's draw the lines a little bit back up again. Let me just get my lines back. So if you go up here, you know, with this move towards the upside up here, something like this up here, right, that's been 150, 160, and then we can go down, right? So we can also go all the way up there and then go down. So the bullish divergence, although it is bullish divergence up here, I'm not gonna lie, you are right. There is bullish divergence up here, so this can definitely, you know, continue pumping up here towards the upside. But if it pops towards the upside, and you got also the bearish divergence being created on the top side, then it might, you know, pull back. So we'll see, we'll see. Blackfly, please show YGG USDT. No, thank you. You spam too much. Unfortunately, nah, there is no banning on the channel. You know, they either learn or they, you know, is Falcon going to do what Elon did, or is Phil chart already played out and pump over? I don't know about Phil. You know, Elon is, you know, Dogelon is following the Dogecoin. You know, so Dogecoin pumped like big time. So of course Elon is gonna pump. But I did look at Phil not so long ago. Yeah, this looks like flat out on the bottom side down here. Yeah, this is also one of these coins that are, you know, flattened on the top side. But it's already kind of starting to move towards the upside. I think this can actually also do, you know, nice pump up here. I don't know how high. I would also always assume like 200 moving averages, you know, first target for everything. You know, daily 200 moving average, you know, that's the first target. But, you know, depends on, you know, 50 moving average up 163% towards upside. You can see here it's flattened out. It's literally flattened out. There is no movement towards the downside. Literally flat. You know, so there is that. Weekly divergence, something that can't plague us for weeks. Very concerned about North Korea, South Korea issue. It might escalate soon and cause a black swan event. Don't worry about that. The market is always pricing in the charts. So if something bad is about to happen, you will know on the chart. Wow, look at XRP. Don't say that, man. Don't say that. XRP. Where is my XRP? It's up 10%. Yeah, it looks nice. Like this is the weekly chart of XRP. XRP has, you know, some kind of target here at 57 or something like that. Up here, I would assume 200 moving average up here. Sorry, 50 moving average. Also, you got these, you know, these stops up here. So anywhere up here, you know, should be the first target for XRP if it continues pumping up here, right? So this is the target zone, because these two, you see these two big, you know, pivot points up here. These are major support levels, and they are, you know, made from the closes. And then you got these, you know, tops up here as well. So if you just put all of these huge pivot points up here and the 200 moving average, what you're gonna see on the chart, I'll just remove at the 50 moving average. What you're gonna see on the chart up here is that this is the major resistance zone for XRP. That goes between, you know, something like 57 and all the way up to, you know, 62. And I would assume that the move that's right now, if this is gonna, you know, break towards the upside up here, needs to get up here. But the first target is, of course, only 14% to upside, 57. You ruined the party looking on the weekly. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. We don't care. We know that RSI broke down. We know that this might be the last move. You know, we know that we might have, you know, a couple of days more. Look at hourly. We started by looking at hourly. There was extends make Hagdan pattern up there, so there is that. Bitcoin doing very nicely right now, 1.9%. It's still, you know, consolidating up here at the top. It might actually do that for a while. You can see it's extended from the moving averages and stuff like that. So, you know, it needs consolidation before it actually breaks. So it's actually very good. Depends on how bullish this is, because if this is very bullish, this is just gonna, you know, on the 4-hourly time frame, it's just gonna, you know, consolidate a little bit and just continue. Maybe even on a 1-hour time frame, just go up here and, you know, continue faster. It all depends on how bullish we are. If we are very, very bullish, it will continue pumping very, very fast. So, you know, I'm definitely looking for this exit out of the channel up here towards the upside, because that's gonna, you know, indicate that we are breaking very important levels. Let's go to Twitter up here. And on Twitter, you will see one thing on the post up here. There you go. Hold, no breakout yet to either side. Hold your horses. So this was the channel up here. You can see here we hit the top up here. So I'm looking for the breakout above the channel. That's at 20.7, 20.8. This is the channel 20.7, 20.8. I'm looking for this breakout, you know. So hold your horses until the breakout, you know. And then there are, of course, you know, these stops up here that needs to get wrecked. But I think I would assume everything's gonna get wrecked towards the upside once we break that. So, you know, there is that. There is that. Anyway, guys, that's what I had for you today. I don't have actually much, you know. I gave you some kind of, you know, life advice about, you know, buying the bottoms, the blue balls. This looks nice. Let's see down here. Do we have any kind of coins that are, you know, extreme? NKN is down 20% after pumping something like crazy, like 100%, something like that. Yeah, 100% pump, 91% pump, pull back down 30%, normal moves. So there's that. Smash the likes, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna do some other stuff, and then we're gonna see what we're gonna do today. What we're gonna do today. I think it looks okay, guys. I'm not really in, you know, any kind of thing. I'm more I'm hopefully bullish. I'm bullish. Hopefully bullish. I'm hopefully bullish. Can you say that I'm hopefully bullish? I don't know. I'm hopefully bullish. I think Bitcoin is doing fine. I don't see any kind of problems just yet. DXY some kind of top. Yes, there is some kind of bearish divergence on the weekly, but if you pump a little bit more on the dollar, and I think there might be bearish divergence on the weekly, which might actually be very good. But either way, dollar, you know, a little bit unsure whether it's gonna break on the downside or not up here. This bigger trend up here. A little bit unsure, you know, but I would assume the first move is, you know, pull back down here and then, you know, make me move towards the upside and then, you know, break on the downside. You know, how stuff is gonna, you know, assuming how stuff is gonna play out is really, really hard. Like, you can assume the next move, but, you know, 3 moves, you know, you can predict maybe this move towards downside, but then, you know, predicting that this is gonna happen, this and this, you know, that's predictive moves. That's really, really hard to do, right? So, you know, how exactly stuff is gonna play out, you know, on a bigger time frame, you can predict that the next move is this move down here, but, you know, how this will play out, you know, or just down here, you know, how this will actually play out, very, very hard to predict. You know, one move is easy to predict. The more moves you have to predict, the less probabilities it has to play out, because, you know, statistics and stuff like that. Anyways, guys, let me see up here. There is that. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a nice day. I hope you make some gains. I'm gonna see you in the chat, and we're gonna talk again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Hopefully not summertime again. So there is that. Thanks for watching, guys. Join Qcoin while you can. Bye-bye.
Honey's all that I can see. Blame nature, why don't you? I make no apology. I'm in love with a meme about as real as a dollar, and it makes me wanna scream. I wanna be a millionaire. I'm not weak or lazy. I'm like electricity on the path of least resistance. Always lies the way for me. I'm in love with a meme about as real as a dollar, and it makes me wanna scream. I wanna be a millionaire. Go dash, 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 dash. Go dash, 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 Doge Daddy, yeah. Go dash, 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 dash. Go dash, 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 Doge Daddy, yeah. Dancing Teslas and SpaceX. This techno king is on a roll. There is no shame in his game. He's having fun, he's in control. I'm in love with a meme about as real as a dollar, and it makes me wanna scream. I wanna be a millionaire. Go dash, 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 dash. Go dash, 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 Doge Daddy, yeah. Go dash, dash. rich daddy, yeah.
Burning 11,000 pounds of propellant per second. The main engines are working just as expected. The 3 fuel cells are generating power and 3 auxiliary power units are all producing pressure. In short, all systems